era of food prosperity. Let's together participate responsibly and nurture a healthy nation. Hi, I'm Namrata Sachdeva.
And I'm Amit Arora, and both of us are food lovers.
Yes, exactly. Today, we are going to study about importance of clean food.
Study? Isn't it well understood?
You may all be aware that our human brain is capable of thinking up to 80,000 thoughts in a day. But have you ever calculated that how many times out of this figure we think about food? Which hour of the day we don't think about food? Difficult to answer that, right?
Absolutely. Food is all around us. We should eat colorful, nutritive food. And in today's program, not only we'll have food for stomach, we'll also have food for thought, particularly for those who are in food business.
Food is an obsession with majority of us. Even before our one meal gets over, we are thinking about what to cook or eat next. Some people just live to eat, right?
Well, Namrata, you're absolutely right. I just love to eat. Culinary delights can brighten up anyone's smile. And why only man? I think the way to every person's heart, including every woman's too, is through the stomach.
Truly, food is an integral part of our existence, our daily life.
Therefore, we cannot afford to be slack about maintaining food safety at all times, since it can lead to damage at a very large scale.
It can damage not only the health of general public, the vulnerable consumers, but also food companies.
The current world food trade is valued at approximately US $400 billion. The ever-growing world population is leading to increased demand for food supply and food safety.
Urbanization and changes in consumer habits have increased the number of people buying and eating processed food. Increasing globalization has triggered growing consumer demand for a wider variety of foods, resulting in an increasingly complex and longer global food chains. To meet growing demand for food creates both opportunities and challenges for food safety. These challenges put greater responsibility on food producers and handlers. Unsafe food results in many types of foodborne illnesses which can cause considerable socio-economic impact.
Well, I believe food hygiene is the right way by which the food is prepared, processed, packaged, delivered, and to the point that it reaches the table of the consumer. Hello friends, as a doctor, I'm here for health emergencies. But then, nevertheless, we should not create alarming conditions that may create situations for an emergency. I believe food hygiene does not mean just washing your hands before your meals, but it actually starts from the point when the food is processed, packed, distributed, and it reaches your table. Consequences of unsafe contaminated food can be very serious. Food safety is a systemic approach to food handling and accountability to food standards. Food safety begins from the point of food handling, processing, and distributing to prevent foodborne diseases. Safe food handling practices and procedures must be implemented for the safety of food in the entire food cycle. After all, safer food means satisfied customers and better business too.
Which are the foodborne hazards? Let us try to understand what a foodborne hazard is. Food safety is related to the control or prevention of foodborne hazards in food at the point of consumption. As food safety hazards can occur at any stage of the food chain, farm to factory to fork, adequate control throughout the food chain is absolutely essential. It has an adverse impact on health and economy. Consumption of infected food has been known to cause foodborne illnesses and infections at a very large scale. It also results in extra economic cost for central and state governments.
The global health scenario is alarming and a reminder on how seriously we should take food safety. Friends, all operators in the food business, including those in packaging, supply chain, warehousing, and processing, have a huge responsibility on your shoulders. Millions of lives are at stake as consumers thrive on foods processed, packed, stored, and transported by your company. Hence, every participant must ensure safety steps have been adhered to. Fsms is the most important plan for achieving greater reliability and security for all food operators. What is ISO 22000? ISO 22000 is a global standard for food safety management system. It has been designed to enable organizations to control food safety hazards along the food chain. It applies to all organization types and sizes in the food chain.
ISO 22000 is an adopted international standard to ensure food safety in the food supply chain. It sets out systematic approach towards controlling food safety hazards within a food business to assure that the food is safe to eat. An organization that beholds certification for Fsms represents trust that the concerned organization has taken appropriate measures towards food safety. Fsms can be implemented by any organization in the food supply chain, regardless of its type, size, or complexity. Farmers, producers, food industry, transport providers, restaurants, retailers, equipment manufacturers, or packaging suppliers. Any other organization directly or indirectly involved in the food chain can implement food safety management system.
FSMS certification is one of the most critical certification that has to be applied for before you can start your food business. You need to comply with all the requirements of the Food Safety Management System regulations. Now, what are these regulations? As per the Act, that is the Food Safety and Standards Act of 2006, FSMS means the adoption of good manufacturing practices, good hygiene practices, hazard analysis and critical control point systems by food businesses throughout the food chain so as to ensure food safety. The FSMS certification provides advice on how to improve your internal processes in order to consistently produce safe food and also lends confidence to such organizations. FSMS certification is also mentioned as a requirement under Schedule 4 of these regulations, which are the Food Safety and Standards Licensing and Registration of Food Businesses.
We all that a satisfied customer is the best business strategy.
But satisfaction is a rating and loyalty a brand.
An organization can transform a satisfied customer to a loyal customer by enhancing quality systems and customers' trust.
This is made possible by Food Safety Management System of the Bureau of Indian Standards.
ISO is an international organization for standardization established in 1947 and is based in Geneva, Switzerland. It has a membership of 165 national standard institutes worldwide.
Bureau of Indian Standards, that is BIS, is a national standards body of India and represents the country in the international fora on standardization, including International Organization for Standardization ISO and International Electrotechnical Commission, that is IEC.
It is the founder member of ISO and the sole body representing India in ISO. BIS has been operating management system certification schemes since 1991 under BIS Act of Parliament 2016 and is the only body to do so in India.
A management system certification provides various benefits to the organization. Number one, it ensures efficient utilization of resources and improved financial performance. Number two, it ensures improved risk management by identifying the risk and planning to mitigate them. And number three, it demonstrates commitment and compliance to regulatory and customer requirements. BIS offers 18 certification schemes at present, corresponding to various national and international standards.
BIS product certification alone offers 36,762 licenses covering 1,010 products.
First license in management system certification was granted in 1992 for ISO 9001, that's the quality management system. Some of the most popular management system certification schemes formulated by the Bureau of Indian Standards are Let us now look at the benefits of management system certification. It acts as a tool to support business goals. It builds sustainable business performance over time and increases stakeholders' trust. It demonstrates organizations' commitment towards fulfillment of their objectives. Let's now look at the features of Fsms ISO 22000-2018. Requirements for any organization in the food chain. Fsms is an international standard adopted by BIS as an Indian standard, ISO 22000. Organizations that integrate multiple standards, example Fsms with QMS, EMS, OHS, will see the most benefit. 2018 version uses simplified language, common terms and conditions, and writing styles used in all management system standards. This aids in better understanding and consistent interpretations of requirements.
ISO 22000 has been aligned with the Quality Management System Standard ISO 9001 in order to enhance the compatibility of these two standards. ISO 22000 can be applied independent of any other management system standard, or it may be integrated with existing management system requirements.
FSMS benefits. It has increased international acceptance of food products. It reduces the risk of product and service liability claims. It satisfies customer contractual requirements. ensures safety of food products. It gives greater health protection.
Also demonstrates conformance to international standardization as well as other regulatory requirements. It assists in competing effectively in national and international markets.
Fsms integrates the principles of hazard analysis and critical control points, that is HACCP, with prerequisite programs. Hazard analysis is the key to an effective food safety management system. Fsms requires identification and assessment of all hazards that may occur in the food chain. In the course of hazard analysis, the organization will determine the strategy to be followed in order to control hazards. Food Safety Management System Standard employs the process approach. This includes Plan, Do, Check and Act cycle, which is also known as PDCA, as well as the risk-based thinking.
BIS certification process includes time taken, benefits, PDCA implementation, result of audit, criteria for certification. Certification process. A robust certification process is followed for grant of license. The applicant submits certification application online, where after the application is scrutinized by the BIS team. On the basis of given criteria, it is either rejected or accepted. Once accepted, the applicant coordinates with the team for stage 1 of audit. Audit stage 1. To check the basic QA system, documentation, manufacturing facility, testing equipment availability, types of products to assess the time requirements. The team visits the applicant's office to further streamline the management systems and processes to enhance the efficiency of operations and overall quality of product or service as per the international standards. Some suggestions and instructions are given, and the applicant must comply by them in the given duration. After stage 1 analysis by the team, another appointment is fixed for stage 2 of audit.
Audit stage 2. To cover all the processes, all products, factory testing, process checks, and system requirements. Another analysis gauges if the follow-up is satisfactory or not, or if any more action is required. Once the team is satisfied with the system standards and all certification requirements, a final audit report is prepared and submitted to authorities, and recommendations are made for awarding license to the applicant. After grant of license, a surveillance audit plan is prepared, ensuring surveillance visits at least once a year. First surveillance is carried out within 12 months from the date of certification. Next surveillance audit to be completed in the next calendar year. And in the third year, surveillance audit is replaced with recertification or renewal audit. BIS offers a combination of two schemes in which cost of certification is not doubled. It's like a combined audit.
BIS Management Certification Scheme service provides confidence to the interested party. It ensures improvement of process on a continuous basis. It also ensures objectivity, confidentiality, and impartiality in the certification process. BIS certification scheme on QMS, EMS, and Food Safety Management System, that is Fsms certification scheme of BIS, accredited from National Accreditation Board of Certification Bodies, QCI. The process to obtain accreditation of OHSMS and Energy Management System is under process. However, all schemes are operated in accordance with International Standard ISO IEC 17021 Part 1 2015. Now the question arises, why the certification from BIS when there are other certification bodies who are doing certification in India? Number one, it is a certification from National Standards Body of India. Number two, it is cost effective. Number three, it is accredited by NABCB. It has competent and qualified auditors in all technical areas and sectors. It has all auditors are also experienced in conformity assessment of products and services. Besides, BIS offers timely service through 5 regional offices, and last but not the least, it has a reputed client list. BIS now also offers remote auditing and virtual auditing. The associated cost of stay and travel are covered, resulting in cost-effective certification.
Our plant got Fsms certification from Bureau of Indian Standard in the year of 1999. We applied offline. The process was easy and cost effective. Some expert services were free of charges. Discounts were given in cluster cases. They also have rebates for small scale unit certification.
We are affiliated to BIS since 2001 and we are experiencing the BIS working very well. Not only the auditors are well competent and professional, but they are very polite and having helping nature. By BIS in food safety we have grown too much. The customers have not only increased faith in our products, but it has enhanced our sale. Ours is the first organization who has taken BIS Marka ISI in the India in cooperative sector, and by this Marka ISI we have grown a confidence in the customer and as well as our product in the market. I request to all of you to enroll with BIS so that a product certification with quality will be increased all over the India, as BIS is a national level body.
We have been certifying our organization with BIS since 1998 and being one of the premier national bodies for certification, It has inherent advantages to our organization, an all food safety auditing agency for food processing, and there is a very robust process with audits in 2 stages.
So friends, now you can see how extensive the benefits are of BIS certification.
So why wait for another day? Contact the BIS office in your city today.
BIS is always eager to help you in smoothing operations and creating food safety systems that will authenticate quality,
Credibility,
and growth.
and this will enable you to ultimately win the trust of your consumers. So Namita, we can continue to love food,
Yes, but we should follow the food standards as well.
and that will keep us going. Thanks for watching.